why do you support Trump?
Well, the main reason why I support Trump for when I voted for him for this term was because I'm just anything other than the liberals for the last 12 out of the last 16 years have been diabolical, just a mess. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So my eyes was a total just, you know what? Let's try something different. You know what I mean? Nothing's changing. I know that liberals love status quo and love, everything staying the same you know,
That's
but
actually conservatives, right? They're trying to conserve what
no,
exists.
no, no, no,
So
but
you're criticizing conservatives while trying to
no,
criticize
I'm
liberals.
not at all. I'm not. I'm Believe me, I'm 50. I'm almost 50 years old, bro. I've been through a lot of presidents, so I think I know what a conservative is. Okay,
Can you define to me what a conservative is?
Parker. A conservative is we have our ideology is literally okay. Nuclear family. You know, religion, Christianity. There's so many things, you know what I mean? We don't believe in abortion. Um, we don't believe in trans people, women, people being in women's bathrooms or,
Yeah, so
you know,
you want to conserve aspects of at least the
oh, you
past
mean
or
an
of now,
actual
right? Because you
definition of the
want it to
word
stay the same
conservative?
as it was. That's literally what a conservative is you want to keep the old ways, you want to keep it
I
the
think
same
I
as
know
it
what a
was.
conservative is. I've been one for 50 years.
Yeah, but that's what a conservative is. You want to keep it the same way that it was.
Well, I appreciate the education there. Thank you for the
You're
word.
welcome. You're welcome. So, now in terms of liberals, liberals are advocating for progression. Now, if you're saying the status quo, well, there are plenty of liberals that advocate against the status quo, right? And that want more progression than just the status quo. And that we think that the status quo is harmful in of itself, and that we want to change that. And I'm one of those liberals. So, can you criticize my position, maybe?
Okay, which topic would you like to go
Yeah,
on?
like, could you give me
Iran
a
or what?
policy of Trump's that you like? Like maybe an economic policy we could start
Well, I'm
with?
not going to fall into your trick questions of what policy and blah, blah, blah. I mean, you always start with the same shit, Parker. I mean,
A trick question? I just asked what economic policy you like. How is that a trick question?
first of all, economic policy, the big beautiful bill is a great bill, I believe.
Okay. Okay. So can you name one provision within the big beautiful bill that you like?
I do believe in cutbacks, big time on the free medical and food
Medi-Cal?
stamps or Medicaid.
Okay. So
Um,
you're happy that we cut 10 million
I'm not
people off their
happy,
access to
but
health
it makes.
insurance
I
through.
believe that. I believe. Let me finish. You
Yeah,
asked me
go
a
ahead. I'm
question. Let me
sorry.
finish. So I believe that there needed to be cutbacks because I do believe there's a lot of fraud and abuse in that shit. And there's people who are on it that shouldn't be on it. I do believe people who need it and should be on it. Absolutely, we're there. That's what our taxpayers are for, to help that. But if you cannot sit here and tell me there's not way too much abuse and fraud on that shit. Way too much. And also, I know you're going to sit there and say, "Oh no, undocumented people do not benefit from that." Trust me, I know my family are immigrants. I know personally that they can benefit from it, buddy. Okay, so you can sit there and say, "Oh, show me where, show me the proof." That's why it's fraud, buddy. You know what I mean? They get away with it. Trust me. All right, just like I believe that there's undocumented people who are voting when they shouldn't be voting. Okay, I can prove that. Oh, and I can't prove that. I don't want to prove it, but I've seen it with my own eyes. Okay, and that's why I do believe in the another thing that he's trying to pass is the Safe Act. I totally support that, and I think that that is that's good for, yeah, you can make all the stupid faces you want, but the only reason liberals disagree with it because it's a fraud they fucking always doing. Because the Safe Act is the same for Republicans it is for the Democrats. They got to show that ID. What's wrong with showing ID? You show ID when you go rent a car, don't you? When you get a hotel, you show ID, right? Why can't you show ID when you vote?
Those are privileges, not rights. Now, let me just clarify. Let's go through the points that you brought up.
I think it's a privilege to vote
You're
too.
happy that 10 million people through the big beautiful bill are cut off their access to Medicaid. 2.5 million people on average every single month are cut off their access to food stamps, and over 420,000 kids on average every single month off their access to free school lunch and breakfast. That's what the Congressional Budget Office indicated a bipartisan committee from the federal government happened through the cutbacks on the bill. Now, none of these cutbacks addressed fraud. None of these cutbacks addressed abuse. That wasn't even in the context of the bill if you go look at the bill itself.
Of course not.
Along with the fact that this bill doesn't limit any undocumented immigrants that would be getting false identities, right? From actually getting SNAP in the first place. So I just want to clarify that doesn't prevent this or any of these programs.
You know
So if
that
you're saying that they were committing identity theft and that they were
you
getting
know
these programs because they're committing identity theft because undocumented immigrants don't qualify for these
I never
programs,
said the word
this
identity
policy doesn't prevent them from doing
theft.
that.
I never said the word identity theft. So don't put words in my mouth.
Okay, well,
I never even brought that up.
well, let me just clarify. That's the only way you could have justified that undocumented immigrants are benefiting from it, because outside of that context, they don't qualify.
I'll prove you wrong.
Wait,
right
let
now.
me
Shut
please
up for a
finish
second.
all of these points, because I have yet to address all of the points. You got to mention all of these things. I'd love to be able to fully respond.
Well,
to
you're
them.
already wrong on 2 of them, but go ahead.
Well, I thought you were wrong on all your points as well, and I made sure to write them down so I could respond to them. You also said that undocumented immigrants are voting. There's been about, I think, 10 to 15 cases or so of undocumented immigrants voting over the past 40 years. So the likelihood that you saw one person who did that is incredibly unlikely. Plus, how the hell would you know that they're undocumented? And then also, in terms of the SAVE Act, we don't just disagree with it because we want fraud. I don't want fraud. I think that we should be strong against fraud, and we should be definitely going after and charging people who are committing fraud. I totally agree with that. And I think that one of the fraudsters is Trump, by the way. But when it comes to disagreeing with the SAVE Act, the reason why we disagree with the SAVE Act is because it just serves as a restriction of being able to get access to vote or voter suppression, because we already have processes that exist to prevent undocumented immigrants from voting, and that's not a risk to our elections right now. Not a risk at all. So this SAVE Act is not really to the benefit of anyone.
So why is
I don't see how it's letting us have fraud if we don't do a SAVE Act, because we already have a system that ensures that people specifically are voting only in the context in which they've already been able to register, which relies upon identification.
Parker, does everybody have an ID?
Does every single person have an ID? No.
No. Okay. Let me. Does every adult that's able to vote, can they get an ID?
Can they get sure, right? But like, I don't know if they'd be able to afford it in all instances, or like they have it on access to them. The point is that we don't want to add extra barriers. Listen, the
Your
point
argument is weak on that.
You're not listening.
So
the point is that we don't want to add extra barriers to prevent people from voting.
Why not?
Why not?
If it saves even 1% of fraud, why not?
There is no fraud when it comes to this.
There is.
What I just told you is that there's like 15 cases in the past 40 years of undocumented immigrants voting.
Say it doesn't make it real.
You're saying you want to do this to prevent undocumented immigrants from voting, but that's not an issue in the first place. So this is an irrelevant thing to address. The fact that we're even talking about addressing this in the first place is absurd, because there's no basis at all to do so.
Well, it's going to pass, buddy, so get used to it.
What? Say it again?
It's going to pass.
No, it's not. They don't have the votes for it.
Okay. Anyways, so the second thing you said...
Good luck on that one.
All right. Just like you're going to win the midterms, right?
That's what it's looking like. Republicans are pretty scared about that.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Republicans are really scared about that.
It doesn't matter. You're still not going to
Hey, everybody, if you think that we're going to win the midterms, type a 3 in the comment section.
You're not.
I'm thinking they're looking pretty good.
Shit, dude, your whole freaking 5,700 is probably 5,000 of them are Democrats.
There's also 2,600 people on over on YouTube,
That's
so you forgot them.
Stupid poll, buddy.
But like, we're gonna win, so you guys are gonna get crushed, bro.
Good luck with that. We're still gonna control the House.
Do you want to bet?
Yeah, I'll bet you anything you want.
Anything.
Anything. Anything.
Okay. On how many seats are we betting?
It doesn't matter. I'm just saying we're still going to control the House, the Senate, the Congress, like we do now.
If I was more sure, I would make it, but I'm pretty sure. I will re-examine that, and then I'll come back and I would take that back.
I will bet you. You know what's funny? That I just got a major deja vu. I had the same argument when Trump and Kamala were running, and the polls were all showing Kamala, and this guy was so sure that Kamala was going to win because of the polls and because of this. What happened with that, buddy? Polls don't mean shit. You're too young to realize that, but polls don't mean shit.
Well, you have to realize that Donald Trump has literally destroyed his support in this country, right?
Again,
amongst independents.
I know the 37%. Yeah, I get it. Again, that doesn't
He's the
mean
least
shit.
approved upon president in U.S.
He
history.
doesn't care. Don't you get that? He doesn't care. He can't run again. This is his last term. He don't give a. What part do you not understand about that?
How much would you bet on it? On that
Oh
thing?
my God! You're still going back to that, son? Come on, man.
Yeah, like actually, you know what? Let's just do it.
No, because you ain't gonna. There's no way either one of us could ever hold the other one to it. So why waste our time with it? Let's move on.
Oh, so you don't want to take the bet now?
No, I don't. Okay, call me pussy. I don't want to take that. Yeah. All right. Let's move on to Iran. You ready? Right? You disagree with Iran,
Look
right?
how scared he is now, chat. Look how scared he is now.
Now we're gonna do the old 12-year-old
Well, okay, you want to take the bet? Let's do it.
I've
You,
already
you were
told
talking all big, so let's do it.
Okay, what do you want
$100.
All right, fine. $100.
$100.
$100.
Dems will win the midterms.
Okay.
Okay. Well, Dila, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20, by the way. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I can't wait till I get Steve's $100. That's gonna be great. Dila, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Here, I'll make it more concrete. Dems will win the House. Should we do that?
Negative. I said that we will still control the House and we will control the
so $100, Dems will win the House.
Everything that we control now, we will continue to control.
Steve, I can't wait to take your $100 because Dems are going to win the House. I promise you that. We got it very concrete. $100, Dems will win the House. You think Republicans will win the House? Well, I'm going to get the $100. I can't wait. The real question is just, are you going to pay up?
Exactly. That's why.
But again, Dila, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20. Thank you very much on YouTube Super Chat. I really appreciate it. Give some W's for Dila in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. They said I worked for SNAP or HCCS. Undocumented immigrants do not qualify. Documented immigrants may because they would have a visa to work and would qualify. Having FES benefits is not medical insurance. It prevents imminent death. Idiot. Seriously though, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And Lenal, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. As well as Trash Panda, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You know, those are also very true. But we don't need to tell them that. We don't need to tell them that. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Give some W's for them in the comment section as well. Oh my God. Thank you to Abby with the $200 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much thank you for putting up with these MAGA chuds. Your time and effort for what you do will never go unappreciated. Well, thank you so much, Abby. Can we get some W's for Abby in the comment section for the $200 on YouTube Super Chat? That is crazy. Thank you so much, Abby. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That is so kind of you. Seriously, W's for Abby in that comment section right now. That is seriously so fucking kind of you.
W Abby. Woo,
can you thank Abby for the $200?
I am. I just did. That's crazy.
Yeah, W's for Abby. Alex as well. Thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Seriously though, it's ridiculous, right? As well as Michaela. Thank you for the $3. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Alrighty. I think I am fully caught up. You can continue on with your point.
Yeah, Parker. You say that Trump is a racist, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Let me ask you this: why did he win the black vote?
What percent of black people voted for Trump?
Way more than you think, buddy.
Okay, wait. So do you think more than 50% of black people voted for Trump?
I don't know. No, I don't think that much. But if any percentage, let's say 5% voted for Trump, 10%.
How do you say that's a win? How do you say that's winning the vote of black people if you get 5%?
If he's racist, why would any black person vote for him?
Well, you understand that that there are people who are black throughout history that have perpetuated racism and anti-black or anti-black racism.
So all the people who voted for Trump are anti-black.
Well, I think that they're willing to support someone who is going to perpetuate anti-black racism to a greater extent. Yes.
Oh, I see.
I would say that they're willing to support someone.
So you consider anybody?
Wait, let me just clarify. That's true for anyone, regardless of whether or not they're black.
Right. Okay.
Right. If they're a Trump supporter.
Got you. So would you consider that anybody? You said that picture he depicted of Barack and Michelle as apes was racist, right?
Absolutely.
Would you consider somebody who's using the N-word as racist too?
Yes. Are you going to say Dean when he was 14 years old?
Well, I mean, was that racist or no?
Yes, that was racist, and I think that he's addressed that behavior. I think that he's apologized for it. I think he advocates against those things. I think the behavior was racist, and I think that he's changed since then. He's obviously grown as a person. He's obviously been able to advocate against those things. And you know how predictable that was, by the way?
I know. Well, yeah. So all the shit
like I just read you like a book, bro.
I can see your shit coming a mile away too, buddy. So don't worry about it.
Wait, so has Trump ever apologized for his behavior? Has Trump ever acknowledged it? Has Trump ever advocated against it? Has Trump ever educated himself and educated others about that type of behavior? No, he hasn't. So the fact that a 14-year-old and then now 21-year-old has been able to hold himself as a TikToker to a greater standard of accountability than the president of the United States, Doesn't
So
that tell you maybe that the president of the United States doesn't take enough accountability?
Trump's never done anything for the black community?
I don't think that he's done anything to the net benefit of the black community. I think that what
Not
he's
one
done has
thing.
been
So
incredibly harmful.
if I can point out one thing to you right now, would you admit that you're wrong?
I said net benefit.
Oh, net benefit. Why do you have to
Mm-hmm.
add net
Because
benefit?
Yeah, because you're gonna say like, oh, he did 255 million to HBCUs per year, which was cutting it in half from Obama's original $500 million a year, even though Biden increased it to $4 billion a year. And you're gonna say, oh, well, because there's $255 million going to historically black colleges and universities, he's still doing something for people who are black. That's cutting their access to these amenities. Like that's how dishonest you would be. And
Actually,
that was
I wasn't
exactly
even
what your
making.
argument was, and now you're
No,
gonna
it
act
really
like it
wasn't. I
wasn't.
didn't even know anything about that, to be honest with you. So good try. I had no
Okay.
idea what you were talking
Okay, so
about.
then can you tell me one thing he's done for black people?
Well, no, because I was going to bring up. I heard you earlier saying that back in the '70s, he was accused of not renting to black people, right?
Can you name one thing that he's done as president for black people?
Oh, as president. You know what it is, Parker? He does the same thing for blacks as he does for the whites. He
Black
doesn't.
people. Black people.
I just said black.
You said it with an S at the end.
Or you can't say plural like that.
Yeah, I don't think you should. That's dehumanizing. It's an outdated term.
Oh, is it? I had no. That's considered racism.
Yeah, if you keep doing it, yeah, and you just don't
So
care, yeah.
I'm racist if I say blacks.
Yeah, if you keep doing that, it is offensive. When I told you it's a problem. It's dehumanizing. Yeah, I would definitely consider you racist
What
if
if
you
I
keep doing
told
this.
you
Yeah.
I'm black?
What's up?
What if I told you I was black? Then am I allowed to say it?
Yeah. What?
How do you know I'm not black? I mean, Parker.
Well, I'm assuming you're not because of the argument you're making.
What? You're assuming that I'm not black? Really?
Because of the argument you're making, yeah.
What's the argument I'm making? That I don't think Trump's racist?
Wait, am I wrong?
Are you wrong about what?
Am I wrong? Are you black?
Am I white?
I'm asking you a question. Can you answer?
What do you think I am? What do you think?
Why are you doing this? I'm just
educated
asking you a
assumption.
question. It's an easy answer.
Well, you like to assume. So what's your educated assumption? What am I?
I don't know. I was just assuming that you're not black.
Am I Hispanic? Am I black? Am I white? Am I Asian? Well, come on.
I don't know what your race is. I just am assuming that you're not black because you're making this argument.
Here comes back up.
Yeah, Santana wanted to come in and say hi to you real quick. Oh, you're lagging a bit.
He's got a shitty mic. Hey, go back to Walmart and get a real mic, Santana.
Says the one who doesn't even have his Trump phone yet. When are you getting your Trump from?
I don't need it.
It's because Santana's traveling right now. That's why.
Is he actually?
Yeah,
driving?
my phone
Should he be
connected
driving?
to.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, you're lagging a lot.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the car and it was connecting. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry.
Anyways, Parker. Yeah, the whole racist thing.
Wait. So I just want to call this out. Can you guys hear me? Okay, it should be connecting to the Wi-Fi.
It's mostly good. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. The point that I just wanted to make is even if you are black, saying blacks is dehumanizing, and that was Parker's entire point. It's not about whether you are or not black. It's about using the term. It's dehumanizing. So whether you want to blackfish or not, I don't care about that. Just Parker's entire point is absolutely accurate. And also the point that he made about net benefit, just because you do one positive thing for, black people doesn't mean that you're overall beneficial for black people. Just like if you do one negative thing, does not mean that you're overall negatively harmful towards black people. It's about the totality of your actions. And so like that's the big point. I just wanted to call that out.
I agree, but it also doesn't make it racist.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that you have a hard time understanding what racism is because you don't even know what race is because you said Hispanic, which is not a race. But even more than that, Parker is running through like an actual consistent and persistent history of Donald Trump that proves that not only has he engaged in racism, he's actively perpetuating racism as of today. So like, I think that, looking at one thing and say, oh, that is or is not racist, sure, that can be debatable. Yeah. But when you look at the totality of Donald Trump, his overall track record, he's been, again, consistent and persistent in his racism.
So Hispanic, you say, is not a race, right?
No, Hispanic is not one of the 5 racial categories that we use here in the United States of America.
What did my driver's license say?
I'm sure if it says Hispanic, that's not your race. There's a difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality.
So wait a minute, black is not. So black is not a nationality.
In the United States, it's African American / black, and no, it's not a nationality. It's a race. There's a nationality would be American.
So what would a
ethnicity would be like? he
What
would
would a
be
person from
Mexican
Mexico be?
on his phenotypical characteristics. He would be
Mexican would
Mexican,
be his
and then depending
nationality,
on
but
his
what's his
phenotypical
race?
characteristic,
You're breaking
it
up, bro.
you have to let me finish what I'm saying. Depending on his phenotypical characteristic. Yeah, my son's
What?
come in the
Yeah,
garage, but
Santana, you are
I'll
lagging a
go
lot.
and
It is
have
hard to
it.
hear you.
I can't understand a
Yeah,
word he's.
yeah. I'll drop. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming up, man. Yeah, that's
Anyways, my point is
unfortunate.
like, I know, his mic was up, but hey, but Mexican, that's a nationality. That's not a race. So what was the Mexican's race? Hispanic.
So that's an ethnicity.
Okay. So what's then what is race?
What is race?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, do you want me to give you examples or what race
Yeah.
is?
Give me a race. Give me somebody. Yeah. Give me somebody a race. Give me a race. Name me a race.
White.
White. You mean or Caucasian? So white. Any white person. I mean, whether you're from, there's whites in Argentina. Are they white because they're blonde and blue eyes?
Yeah, there are white people in Argentina. Yeah.
No. What's their race? They're born and raised in Argentina.
There
Their
are white
family
people.
generations are all born in.
Ironically enough, you use Argentina. Like, let me actually tell you about something. There's something in Argentina where a lot of Nazi officials actually went to Argentina and they developed like this like colony of, I think it's called Colonia Dignidad or something like that, and like it's literally like still like people who exist who are the descendants of Nazi officials that went to there after World War II, and they quite literally are
Why do you
absolutely
keep muting
white.
me? I'm not even interrupting you. Why do you keep muting me?
I was finishing that point.
I know, but I wasn't interrupting you. I was letting you finish. My point is, like, yes, people.
Now I've muted you just for fun, so I could say thank you to Kelly. Thank you so much for the $50. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for here's half your bet towards this guy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Kelly. Thank you very much for the $50. Thank you very much. And then John, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
My point is,
That is true. It is on the supplier side.
I am from South America, and if you looked at me, I would look whiter than you.
Okay, so sorry, 1 second. I made sure I apologize. I'm in the garage. I was literally getting ready to leave, but I want to drill this point home. So I stepped back towards the Wi-Fi. There's a difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality. And you saying, well, someone from Mexico, what would they be? It depends on their race. Race is a socially acceptable grouping of phenotypical characteristics. So just saying that this person is from Mexico does not determine what race they are. They can be black, they can be white, they can be indigenous. It depends on the phenotypical characteristics that are grouped, which society deemed acceptable. So you just saying like, oh, if they're from this country, then they're what? It doesn't work that way.
I understand that, Santana, but let me ask you. I'm gonna give you a perfect scenario. I am from South America. Okay, I look as white as Parker or whiter. Okay, I would not consider myself a white person. I am.
It's not about what you consider yourself. It's about how the world views you. That's why it's a social construct. It's not about you personally. It's about how society deems you based off of those phenotypical characteristics.
My first language is Spanish, and I'm 100% fluent in Spanish and write it and read it. Am I Hispanic?
I don't know. It depends on, again, there's a difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality. Race, Black, African American. Ethnicity, Black. Nationality, American. That's me. That's like that's the difference. You can be from like
How about Venezuela? How about a black guy from Venezuela?
Then he would be black, and his nationality would be Venezuelan or whatever they call it.
So he's not Hispanic.
Yeah, that's his ethnicity. There's three levels. Just because you don't.
You do see the
Dude,
problem.
he's just not understanding the difference between
I
them.
understand it, Parker.
Yeah,
totally
there's three different things, and yeah, someone nailed it in the chat. There are Afro-Latino people.
Thank you.
There's literally Afro-Latino people, but again,
right.
There's a difference
Cubans,
between
Venezuelans, Peruvians, lots of them.
What does that have to do with race, ethnicity, and nationality?
Well, no, because Parker was saying that Trump. This whole thing started because he said you both think Trump's racist.
I've been listening.
You asked me if I think
time.
Trump is racist. I said yes, absolutely.
Right. And I said, okay, but do you think Hispanic? I said, why are so many Hispanics and blacks?
Black people.
He corrected you. That's where this started.
Black people. Why did so many vote for him if he's racist?
Well, one, so many didn't vote for him. Two, just because he's racist does not mean that people won't vote against their own best interests. And three, again, Hispanic people can be white. So just because Hispanic people vote for him doesn't mean that, oh, they're, black people or whatever. Sorry, go ahead, Parker.
Hispanic people can
Oh,
be black
Santana,
too.
he said, then why did Trump get the black vote? Like, what? You think that a majority of people who are black voted for Trump? And he's like, I don't know.
He got
This guy is
from
so
his first
ridiculous.
term to second term, he got a big bump in that vote. He did.
Steve. So if 0.01% of black people voted for Trump, would you still make that point?
I can guarantee you it's more than 0.01%.
No, I'm asking you, would you still make that point?
No, because that's not what it was. It's way more.
Because that wouldn't be representative of like all black people, for example.
It's way more than 0.01%.
And to be clear, no, you don't need to look it up. 8% of black women voted for Donald Trump. 21% of black men voted for Donald Trump. Wait. That means 79% of black men voted for Kamala Harris, and 92% of black women voted for Kamala Harris. So while I will give you that, oh yes, Donald Trump got a larger proportion of black people to vote for him than other Republican presidents, it's not even close.
That's my point.
It's not even close. No.
The bar is in hell then. The bar is in hell.
Exactly. That's the point. And Parker nailed it. The bar is literally in hell. You're taking a victory lap off of being blown out by 50 instead of being blown out by 100.
Yeah, dude.
But do you not admit it helped?
Like, seriously, come on. Guys, thank you so much for the galaxy. That's like getting 1% on the first test and then being happy that you got 3% on the next one.
Yeah, no. I if you look at the actual margins and the breakdown, while I do think the black vote was something to actually notice with Donald Trump, if you take a look at the places where if you take a look at the places where he won in those swing states that gave him the edge, wait. Those swing states where he got the edge, the black vote that showed up was not the actual vote that pushed him over the edge. What pushed him over the edge is that white men showed up and voted for Donald Trump at the highest clip of any United States president, more than Ronald Reagan, which I don't know if you've seen the Reagan map, but the Reagan map is a monster. More than Joseph Robinette Biden, who got the most votes in United States history. White men literally came out and voted for Donald Trump more than any other president, not Republican candidate, any other president in United States history. So if you look at the margins, of course, white people make up the majority of both the Republican and Democratic Party, but white men specifically showed up and voted for Donald Trump in overwhelming numbers. That's what happened.
Right. And that leads me to my next point. And that's why I believe that for the next, I swear to God, probably 3 presidents, the same thing is going to happen, because
that's not true.
Wait for
and you know what happened? Do you know what misogynoir is?
Have a fight. They don't.
Do you know what misogynoir is?
What, Santana?
It's the intersection of misogyny and racism that's perpetuated towards black women. Do you know what misogyny is?
Liberal rhetoric. That's all.
No, it's not. Just because you don't understand something doesn't mean it's liberal rhetoric. Anyway, do you know what misogyny is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so Donald Trump is the only president in United States history to never win an election versus a man. The simple fact of the matter is if it would have been a man, just like Joe Biden, who was not a great candidate in my opinion, Joe Biden blew him out of the water. Joe Biden blew him out of the water because anytime Donald Trump has ran against a man, he's gotten dog walked. The only time he's won is against a woman. Anyway, Parker, I'm gonna let you have him drop. I appreciate you.
That was the stupidest claim I've ever heard in my life. He can't pick who he runs against. What the f-? That was so stupid. Oh my God, did he really just say that?
He was just describing it. That's all he did.
I understand that, but he literally said that the reason why he won is because he ran against women. He doesn't get to pick.
He wasn't claiming the reason why he won was because he ran against women. He was just describing that the times in which he won, he won against women.
No, he literally said that that's why he won. That he's only won against women.
Yeah, he's just describing that to be true. Yeah, that's true.
Right, but he can't pick who he runs against.
Okay, and I don't know what your point is.
So what's the point of that? What does that have to do with Rubio or Vance wiping the floor with any Democrat you got coming up right now?
Okay.
Be honest.
What makes you think that Rubio or Vance would? Can you name anything that either Vance or Rubio have done?
Well, haven't been president yet, or vice president, or Vance.
And any of their position, they haven't been vice. Vance hasn't been vice president, really.
You never do a tongue.
So can you tell me what has Vance done as vice president?
Can you name me anything any vice president has done?
Yes, Kamala Harris had the most tie-breaking votes of any vice president in U.S. history, including the Inflation Reduction Act. Now, can you name Anything
but
that JD
who
Vance
did?
has done
Yeah,
as
but
vice president.
bro, but she didn't. That's because Biden couldn't do anything. So
He can't answer
she
this
was
question.
basically.
Can you name anything that JD Vance has done as vice president other than sit on the couch and go to Disneyland?
He goes to and he's doing all the. What are you talking about? He's been traveling all over the world, diplomatic negotiations and everything.
Like,
But
so
you know
what has
what?
he done? You're just saying
Bottom line is,
negotiations? That's it? That's all you have to say?
Bottom line is, when it comes to running for president, you don't have anybody that can run against them. Name me one.
Wait, say that one more time. Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Name me one Democrat right now that you think could beat Vance Rubio in an election or even in a debate.
Every single one of them.
Name me one.
Oh, Buttigieg, Harris. I can reference Newsom, AOC, Ro Khanna.
Oh my, AOC, are you
Pritzker.
serious, bro? Now I know you're freaking delusional, bro. Now I know
How?
you're delusional. AOC, come on, you can't even say that
Yes.
with a straight face. Look at your
AOC
face.
is amazing.
She is. Oh my god, bro! Seriously, she
Yeah,
is a psycho.
AOC is my number one.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly,
Like for support of the ones that are for people who I want to run for president. AOC is my number one.
She's your candidate. I am praying that she's your candidate.
Yeah, we will dog walk you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, we will.
I hope she's. You know who else? I hope Newsom is a candidate. He will get dog walked. Look what he's done to California.
I think Newsom would beat you guys too. I think any of these candidates would beat you guys.
Oh my god! Look what he's done in California, bro. Are you serious?
Yeah, name one thing that he's done bad in California.
Everything. Name me one good thing. Name me one good thing he's done.
I want you to answer my question, then I'll answer.
Way too many taxes. The cost of living is ridiculous here.
So can you name, instead of just complaining about the state, can you tell me what he's done that you disagree with?
Implementing way more unnecessary taxes on gasoline.
Okay, like what was the tax that he imposed? What was the taxes he's imposed?
I don't know what they're called, but look it up. I guarantee you. I don't know what they're called, but I guarantee you they're there. Yeah, you giggle. If you want, I can put you on hold and go look it up. Make it look
Go ahead.
You're telling me he hasn't put taxes on gas?
No, I'm just asking how much?
Well, okay, we're paying almost $8 a gallon here, and Texas is paying
$8 a gallon. Where are you in California paying $8 a gallon right now?
I am in. Well, I'm not going to dox myself, but I'm in LA County.
That's a crazy amount, man. I'm not paying that in LA.
No, well, you don't have a diesel truck, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you're paying.
I'm a normal person.
Then you're paying $7 a gallon.
No, I think the last time I saw it was just $6.
Oh my, you're such a liar, bro. Look it up right now.
On everything, I literally just yesterday saw that.
$6.50 minimum, $6.40 minimum.
It depends on where you are. It depends on where you are in LA.
Well, yeah, maybe if you go to Compton, you might get it cheaper. Yeah.
What? Bro, I'm just telling you where I am. Everywhere I go to in LA, right? It's like around $6 right now.
Okay, and how much is it in Texas?
It's going to be less. I'm not disputing you there, but you're making
less?
a criticism about the state as a whole in terms of the state of the gas taxes. Why are there gas? And I think there are legitimate bases for gas tax. I think that it makes sense within certain parameters. But one thing you're not considering.
Why did Chevron move out of state?
Let me pause. Again, if a company wants to leave out of the state, I don't care, because I care more about promoting competition, about having actual regulations in place that are beneficial to the people who are living here.
You don't care that
I care about public health.
You don't care that our number one refinery left? Really?
Right. You said so for Chevron. If what did they leave?
They closed the refinenery, bro, and moved. Are you kidding me?
Okay, wait. So but due to what reason?
Because of the taxes imposed by freaking. Bro, you are totally trolling. You got to be trolling, dude. Valero's next. Valero's leaving next year. Look it up. Go ahead. Let's see if you're honest.
So wait, hold up. So Chevron's decision to relocate their headquarters was primarily because of California's stringent environmental regulations. That's good.
That's California.
That's good.
No, it's not.
W. If you don't want to treat the environment or the public health of my state good, get the out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm actually you know what? That's amazing.
Really?
Thank you, Newsom. Thank you, the Democratic Congress members and members here in California of the state government, right, that have brought us these environmental regulations that actually demonstrate they believe in science. that
You think
actually
our air
demonstrate.
quality is better here?
Wait,
Scott?
wait, hold up. Answer the question. What?
You think our air quality is better here now than Texas?
Well, I think that this would make it better than what it would be otherwise, and it's not just for air
No,
quality as it
for
relates to this.
dude, we've had horrible air quality here for 20 years. What are you talking about? We've
So
had smog. We've had smog problems here forever. What are you talking about?
that's because of how big we are as an
Okay,
area.
what about
But
his?
like you understand
What
that
about his,
these are things to address those, right? It's
right, but
improved.
who's governor
Has it
for 8
improved? I think
years?
it's improved under Newsom.
Negative. It's gotten only worse. The
You're
smog's
just
gotten worse.
lying.
No, look it up. You can prove it yourself.
Dude, what do you mean look it up? I've lived here in California,
I
dude.
do too.
Yeah, and I've noticed it. Like since I've lived here for the past decade.
Yeah, and what? Okay, well, tell me this: why do we pay $650 to renew our license?
Oh, hold up, air quality, California by year. So renew your license for what?
The registration of your vehicle. We have by far the highest any
I don't think I
DMV.
paid 600.
Or if you have a Parker, knowing you, you have a 2025 at least car.
No, I have a car from 2021.
Okay, I have a 2025. Okay, and I paid
So that's
$650.
because you decided to buy a new car, right? Maybe.
Oh, okay, all right.
I mean,
So,
I've had okay. I guess that, but like that's a new car, not a you could buy a used car, right?
dude, I have a 2017
Or you
Honda
can buy an
also.
older
I just
version.
paid $250.
I don't know. 600. That's you might just have just got scammed, bro. That's crazy,
You're
bro.
an idiot, bro. It goes by a tax. It goes by percentage of what you paid for your car tax. I mean, that's how dumb you are.
How am I dumb?
Because you don't even know how the DMV determines your registration fee.
I don't know how the So Parker get a job is dumb because he doesn't know the DMV
Well,
charges a registration fee.
No,
Really?
point is Newsom's doing that.
That sounds like a really strong argument.
You told me to tell you what is Newsom doing. It's up. I'm telling you. Why is it that we pay the
I didn't
highest
pay that. I
registration?
live in California. I didn't pay that. That's you.
You're a liar. What,
You
okay,
you think I'm lying?
tell
You
me
think I
this.
paid
What did you pay?
$600 for my registration?
What did you pay to register your vehicle?
I don't remember, but I think it was
You're a liar.
maximum
See, you're
a
a
few
fucking
hundred.
liar, bro. How much?
It was maximum a few hundred.
A few hundred, $400. Go ahead and look up any
let me
other state.
let me ask my girlfriend.
Okay, look up how much your registration fee is in Colorado or Texas or Nebraska or Nevada, any state, and I
Okay.
guarantee you it's like $75, $100.
Okay, but like, did like Newsom pass a policy to cause this, or was this already that way?
Yes, he's been raising it. Oh my God, dude, you
Raising
are
it with inflation, or
every year it goes up, bro.
how much?
How much do you pay for a parking ticket here, Parker?
I've only ever got one parking ticket.
And how much was it? 100,
Probably-
120 bucks?
No,
Something like
no,
that?
no. It was
85, 90? It ain't cheaper than that.
I think it was like $60 maximum.
Okay, it's 25 or 30 around the country.
Okay, but you understand
okay,
that things are
why
more
is it-
expensive here. That's just a fact.
Okay, I'm getting. Well, you're asking me why? What did Newsom do to up here, right? Why is it costing?
I don't think that's
$1 million?
Newsom. I honestly don't think that's an example of Newsom fucking it up. I have plenty of examples of things I would disagree with Newsom on.
No,
but,
those
like,
are all
come on.
things. Those are all things that he controls. He
Wait, no,
controls.
no. So you say air quality is getting worse because of Newsom? Would you say that?
I didn't say it got any better.
Yeah, my girlfriend said it was like a few hundred.
A few hundred. See how? See chat. How he says.
I was right. Look at that. Look at that. Parker's
See
been
how
right.
he says a few hundred? Be
Yeah.
honest, bro. 400, 500. That's a few, right?
No. A few. It was like 300.
Few is no. A few is 4 or more.
Yeah, few is 2 to 3, dude.
So it's 4. 4 is a few.
I think that would be. Are we several to say that? Would several count at that point? I don't know if I use
Andy,
4 to say. I don't
Bottom
think I
line-
count
bot-
4
you-
as a
you-
few.
Semantics. Bottom line is it's
Well, no,
way
but
higher
typically
than
when I say
anywhere-
few, it's 2 or 3. I don't know.
Whatever. It's way higher than anywhere in the country.
Or I guess you could say 3 to 4 maybe.
Yeah, I know I'm right, but you like to argue stupid shit when you're
What is several?
Look at your chat.
Considered.
2007, they paid $250. Look at 2000. Look at your chat. Your own chat is telling you you're crazy as shit, bro.
Wait, so again, you're not giving a reason why you're saying Democrats are horrible, though. You're just saying, oh,
I said
registration
Newsom.
bad.
I said
What's the
Newsom.
registration in all the Republican states? And also, if you're only judged based on the registration cost, I think that's ridiculous. 'Cause
No,
you're
no,
not judging
I'm-
based on
no.
any other. Like California is the 4th largest economy in the world. We have
Right,
significantly
we're still
higher
broke. Why
standard
are we
of
broke then?
GDP per capita than
Why are we
everywhere
broke?
around the country. We
Why
have.
is California bankrupt?
I mean, say, what do you mean we're bankrupt?
Why are we under? Why is our budget? Why is LAPD not being? Dude, why are we under?
Wait, you said California as a whole is bankrupt. Is that what you just said?
Not bankrupt, but we're not.
Okay.
we're way over our budget.
Sorry, say it one more time.
Are we not in debt, California?
Of course, but that doesn't mean we're bankrupt.
Oh, but you just said we're the highest fucking.
So someone who has a mortgage is bankrupt?
No, well, no. I mean, yeah, if they lose their
You
house.
sound
yeah.
ridiculous, bro. Someone being in debt does not mean they're
All right,
bankrupt.
tell me about the news. Tell me about the train going from Modesto up from Bakersfield. How's that working out?
So just because these things are taking longer, have issues with it, doesn't mean that there isn't anything that he's done that's beneficial. Do you think reducing costs? Do you think reducing costs of insulin are good?
10 years, Parker.
Do you think reducing costs of insulin is good?
Of who?
Do you think reducing costs of insulin is good?
Insulin?
Yes.
Yeah, Trump did that.
That's actually what Gavin Newsom did to even greater extents.
Trump.
Yeah. Did you know he made it $11 per pound, and like significantly lowering the costs?
Mm-hmm.
And Calorex, or that was for insulin. So
how did Newsom
Calorex insulin is at $11 per pen.
How did Newsom take care of the fire victims? Pretty good.
What do you think that he should have done differently?
Well, first he should have had water in the fucking reserves and not have them empty because
it wasn't the lack of water; it was the lack of highly pressurized water in that specific area at the time.
But why did he have it empty?
What's that?
Why did he have them empty?
The highly pressurized water?
Yeah.
It was hard to get the highly pressurized water to those areas because it was an unprecedented fire.
No, bro, they were empty. Why do you think they had to go to the ocean to get water?
It wasn't because they didn't have water. It was because they didn't have highly pressurized water. I just told you.
Tell me what happened to the foundation him and his wife opened up for the Live Aid for music, and they raised hundreds of millions of dollars. Where did that money go?
Dude, I'm just telling you. Why are you pivoting to a bunch of different things? I told you it was the highly pressurized, and then as soon as I tell you that, you don't address it.
Things that Newsom's done. I'm telling you all the shit that Newsom's done. You literally asked me, tell me everything that Newsom's done.
Yeah, and what you didn't give is something that you think would have been good to address this. So you understand that like an issue that existed in terms of highly pressurized water in that area is something that can possibly exist. Now, could we create things like this for the future? Absolutely, and it should exist. But I don't think that would be like an example of something that you'd point to as like a broader example. The same way that like I don't think you would point to some sort of notion of us not having reserves to address like the conditions for victims for severe weather, right? Against Trump, really. I've never heard a single Trump supporter use that against Trump, even though there are actually vast examples of it, whether it be him cutting off funding to Hurricane Maria, him specifically wanting to gut FEMA, which provides funding for a lot of the areas for emergency, specifically, especially when it comes to the Carolinas, right? And plenty of different areas that are absolutely constantly hit by hurricanes.
Talking about Newsom? Which one are we talking
I was comparing how you never even address any of these things as criticisms for your. Let me please. Can I please finish? You never address these things as criticisms for your own side, but then these will be criticisms for Democrats, and you'll actually care about them with Democrats. It's always a difference in the standard.
Because that shit's not happening in Republican states, Parker. In Texas, are they paying $1 million for a 3-bedroom house?
Wait, can you name one big Republican city?
In California?
No, anywhere in the country.
City or state?
City.
Dallas, Austin.
Those are both blue.
Weatherford.
Both blue. Weatherford? Where's that?
In Texas. Stupid ass.
Because I don't know some random city in Texas.
It's pretty big, bro.
How many people live there?
I don't know. Oh my God, I don't know the population, bro.
43,000 people live there, and he's saying that's a big city. Are you trolling?
No. So you want a big metropolitan city like Houston?
Dude,
and shit like
the city I grew up in, Iowa, was larger than this.
Why do you think big cities?
Literally, where I grew up in Iowa, it was a larger city than this. I can't even believe you just cited that as a big city.
Why is it okay? What about Frisco? Is that big enough for you, or you just want huge metropolitan cities? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm talking about huge metropolitan cities. That's what I'm saying.
Well, of course, most of them are blue. That's why you asked that stupid question. Why do you think they're blue?
I want you to give me an example of because you're trying to criticize like the biggest areas or the biggest cities, and you're trying to criticize it based upon that. So let me ask you a question: can you name a single big city?
Is Newsom a mayor or is he a governor?
Dude, I'm asking you about a big city right now.
I understand that. That's my point. You're asking me about a big city. He's in charge
and then we can talk about whatever you want to talk about right after that.
He's not in charge of a city. He's in charge of a state. Why are you asking me about city?
Would you like to answer the question?
What major cities in America are red?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have not looked that up. I couldn't name them to you. I could guess, but I couldn't name them.
Why aren't there major cities that are red?
Because again, that's what I was going to say to you. Big, huge metropolitan cities, because of the ethnicity and the groups that live in those cities, usually
Because
go
of
blue.
diversity.
Yeah.
So diversity entails that they don't support Republicans. I can't
why
believe you said that with a straight face.
Why is the state red then? If the city's blue.
Wait, no, I can't believe you said that as a straight face, as like
Yeah,
an
you can't answer
indication of
that,
it being
can you?
bad, for
Answer that,
example.
Parker. Why is Texas red?
So
if
by
it's
the way,
got-
well, it will be red here in the future. And why is it not red right now? There's also gerrymandering.
Okay, why is Wyoming red?
Because it's a rural population mainly. It's a very
All right.
small population. It's like the smallest population of any state.
Why is Pennsylvania red?
Well, I mean, I think that Pennsylvania is going to be blue
yeah.
now.
Oh,
Who's the governor in Pennsylvania?
Who voted? What did they vote?
Who's the
They
governor
voted
in
red.
Pennsylvania?
It doesn't matter. They voted for Trump. Did they not?
But who's the governor in Pennsylvania?
Did they vote for Trump? Yes or no?
Well, weren't you judging whether or not they're blue or red based upon the governor? Why'd you change
Right.
that?
It doesn't matter. They voted.
Because the governor
red.
is Shapiro, what party is he affiliated with?
Oh my God! They voted red. Parker.
Wait, no. Can I have what party is he affiliated with?
I don't even know who Shapiro is. I don't care.
You don't know who Shapiro is? You don't know who Josh Shapiro is? The governor of Pennsylvania?
I could give a shit.
Well, you want to know something crazy? He's blue.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? They voted red.
So,
you have nothing to say about that.
What's your
dude.
point? What I have to say is that that's
My point
misinformation that led to that. They're a swing state. Like, I don't know why you'd bring
Right.
them up as like an example.
They voted red.
Like, again, this is why you're not giving an example that's demonstrating that this is like because of Republicans. Can you give any good examples of the economy being good because of a Republican?
Wait, what economy? Are we talking about California?
Any
still?
economy anywhere. Name a single example of a Republican creating better conditions for the economy.
Well, I think Texas economy is way better than California's.
In what metric?
Cost of living, gas, homes, housing, utilities.
Well, I don't know if you can say utilities, but cost of living.
Groceries.
So is that because more people want to live in California?
You asked me.
Now
which
look
state
at
is better.
GDP per capita.
You asked me which state is better.
Now look at GDP per capita. Who has the larger
I don't give a shit.
GDP per
I
capita?
don't give a shit.
So you
Is it
can't
better?
just say housing prices are higher without acknowledging that people have more income here to pay for it.
Bro, you're telling me that I have a 3-bedroom.
Would you rather live in Texas or California?
Texas in a heartbeat.
Then move.
I am. Actually,
You are?
when I
Then
retire-
leave. I don't want you here.
When I retire, I'm definitely moving. You think I want to
Move
pay the
now.
taxes that are here? Well, I got to retire. I got a pension.
Wait, why are you waiting till you retire?
Because I'm a union
Move
worker.
now. Are you saying it's preferable to work here? Move now. Get the fuck out of here.
Are you crashing out, Parker?
I'm not crashing out. Who are you voting for as the governor?
You're trashing, bro.
Who are you voting for as governor?
You know I'm not voting for Porter. Come on, are you kidding me? That's
Okay, who are you voting for?
I'm probably gonna vote for the sheriff.
You're voting for Chad Bianco?
Yep.
Okay, so what has Chad Bianco done? Have a very, very low conviction rate? He has the lowest conviction rate with the most pay.
He's going to win, Parker.
Lowest conviction rate, most pay actually. Yeah. Of any of the counties, he's really gonna bring back this country while he supports a convicted felon for president, right? You know, the law enforcement officer picking the convicted felon, the criminal for being president of the United States. He's really holding people accountable, supporting the guy who literally wanted the lack of the release of the Epstein files. Yeah, that's a really good job right there. Actually, he's really holding people accountable as a law enforcement agent officer, as I tell you that. And he's also supporting a guy who pardoned violent rioters who beat police officers and called them patriots. You remember that one? So I really wonder how he's supporting someone that's defending the assault of his brethren, right?
I support that.
You support that? You support the beating of police officers?
No, I support him pardoning them.
You support him pardoning people who beat police officers, and then you're saying, wait, so you're okay? Does that not make sense to you as hypocritical? No. A law enforcement officer is supporting someone who is literally pardoned and called the people patriots who beat police officers on January 6th. Right. That's called being hypocritical. He's supporting a guy that's called for the termination of the Constitution.
Who called for that?
Trump.
When did he say that? Can you show me where he said that?
And you know what's funny? He didn't even get the fucking he supports Trump, and he didn't even get the what's it called? The support from Trump. Trump supported Steve Hilton. The endorsement and support. Yeah, I apologize. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. But dude, he tried so hard to defend and suck up to Trump, and then he didn't even get the endorsement.
What about, so you're okay when Porter literally said that she's in favor of giving?
I'm just happy that well, I mean, Porter, I don't think she has enough support. I'm going to be voting for Steyer because
Okay, he
he has
said the
more of a
same
shot to
thing.
win. I would vote for Porter if
Right, but
she had more of a
Steyer,
shot to
literally,
win.
when they asked the question, are you in favor of undocumented immigrants receiving federal help, and they're all in favor. You're in favor of that?
Well, this is healthcare access. So we
Right.
provide healthcare access in terms of health insurance.
Yeah.
For I mean not health insurance through healthcare through emergency for undocumented immigrants. So
Not
they're
only
really just saying
emergency.
this. And also, I just want to clarify in the context of undocumented immigrants, that could be in reference to an individual who's seeking asylum that is still yet to get go through the complete asylum process. So it is applicable to people in those circumstances, and they're just saying that their universal system is applicable to
So
everyone.
you're in favor of that?
I mean, I think that
You can't even answer it, bro.
my
It's
position
okay.
is
You
that
can say no.
undocumented immigrants who haven't committed violent or serious offenses
Should what?
should be able to get access to it. Yeah.
Really? So you're
Yes.
saying that
I
our
think that would be.
taxes-
I think that would reduce healthcare costs in the long run.
Oh. So you're also okay with undocumented immigrants coming
I mean,
here?
I think they should be given a citizen. I think they should be given a pathway to citizenship. So,
Oh God. Well, see, there's a fundamental difference between a Republican and a Democrat.
okay. Well, not all Democrats have that position. The typical Democratic position is that they want to criminalize undocumented entry and they just want to make the legal process go quicker.
Right. But you're okay with undocumented immigrants having their children. By the way, I love the part when everybody says that yes, and I do agree that if you're born here, you're an American citizen, right?
Yeah.
But when those undocumented immigrants come here, where do they have those babies
I
at?
don't know what your point is.
Where do they deliver those
The
babies?
emergency room
And who's paying for that?
right now, the either the hospital or the taxpayer.
Exactly. You're fine with that.
Yes, because I think that's a human right.
So you're saying
I
it's
think
okay.
emergency health care is a human right. Do you disagree with that?
Emergency delivering a baby is not emergency health care. My mother
Yes, it
was
is.
born at home.
Okay,
You
well,
could
do you
be
not think
born at
that
home.
maternal mortality outside of the context of the hospital is significantly higher?
Well, it doesn't matter. But what
So you don't care about the life of the baby or of the pregnant person? You're a sick bastard.
That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is not an emergency. Don't say it's an emergency.
You don't think giving birth is an emergency?
No.
How
not at all.
stupid do you have to be to say that?
I have 4 children. I think I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and
How many children do you
apparently
have?
you don't.
How
You
many
don't have
children do
zero
you have?
empathy for your wife. Zero
Bro,
empathy.
my wife is dude. She is a trooper. She could pop a baby out and run a marathon a week later.
Okay, so I think it's ridiculous that you're willing to say that it's not an emergency. Would your wife agree with you that giving birth is not an
Absolutely.
emergency?
Like I said, my mother was born
Did
at
you
home.
go to the hospital
when
your wife gave birth?
Do you know how many people give birth at home?
I'm asking you, did you go to the hospital?
Yes, I did. But it
Okay,
wasn't
so
an emergency. She
we
wasn't in the emergency
That is an
room.
emergency. So the
She
reason
was not in the emergency room.
it absolutely isn't. The fact that you would say a woman going through labor and literally giving birth is not an emergency is the most ridiculously self-centered and bullshit, stupid statement I have ever heard. How
makes it an
devoid of
emergency?
reality, devoid of empathy do you have to be to even make a statement that it's not an emergency to literally be giving birth? The maternal mortality rate is so much higher for individuals that don't have access to the adequate resources that they need. Because there are plenty of things that can go wrong in those
That's not what you
circumstances.
said,
So yes,
first of all.
have women specifically outside of the context of a hospital been giving birth outside of those conditions? Yes. Does that mean it's not an emergency and that we don't need a hospital? No. There are countless things that we did throughout the context of history without the context of a hospital. And you want to know what? More people died. More people were harmed. More people were disenfranchised. That's why we have a hospital in the first place. Use your brain, dude.
You're an idiot. Do you know how many?
No,
women
I'm not.
choose-
You are.
Do you know how many women choose to
Steve,
have babies?
I'm muting you right now. Be quiet. Justina, thank you so much for the $50. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Give me some W's for Justina in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. I know I am really building up my ability in the future to become a dad because I'm dealing with toddlers every single day. I'm getting a lot of experience babysitting. A lot of experience babysitting right now. You are totally right. You are totally right. Jenny, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jenny. Give me some W's for Jenny in the comment section right now. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Lexi, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Give me some W's for Lexi in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. It does definitely depend on the cost, for sure. Garrett, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. Karina, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, that would be a good point to bring up if we were still in that point in the conversation, of course. Katie as well, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Literally called an emergency C-section. Yeah, he doesn't think those exist. Heather, thank you for the $3. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And also, thank you so much, Eileen. Thank you for the $70. Thank you very much. And happy birthday to you. Thank you so much, Eileen, for your 70th birthday. Can we get some W's for Eileen in the comment section right now for the $70? Thank you very much. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much. By the way, when people claim that Trump is not a rapist, remind him that his first wife, Ivana, testified under oath that he raped her and ripped the clumps out of her hair. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Eileen. It's so sick that so many people don't believe all the accusations. There's 27 plus people that have accused Donald Trump of misconduct, and yet the Trump supporters believe every single one of them are lying. It's sick. It's disgusting. Great Britain, thank you for the £5. Thank you very much, by the way. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Dila, thank you for the $5 as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. The point that Santana was making was that those misogynistic men would rather vote for a man instead of a qualified woman. Exactly. And then he literally tried to frame it in a different way. Feisty, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. As well as Quincy, thank you so much for the $4.20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Smaller scope of practice, certain birth emergencies legally require transfer to hospital. That's very true. If they happen, not having access to a hospital for birth emergencies is a huge contributor to maternal mortality rate and the death of babies. Very true. Thank you so much. Sarin, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10 as well. For Saul sign yesterday at the county-run facility that said pro-life, protect your seed, not even bothering with the religious pretense. Men outright saying women are just vessels for them. Disgusting. I know, it's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. That's why separation of church and state is so important. And also what people need to realize is that infant and maternal mortality increases, right, when you impose restrictions on abortion in these different states. So that's what's happened. Mr. J, thank you for the Galaxy. Thank you very much. And Maria, thank you for the $20 on Venmo. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, PayPal, link tree in the pile, as well as the description of the YouTube, so you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. By the way, everyone. And Matt Scramble, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. They said I had obstructive labor with my first child, and this was a minor issue in the hospital, but would have killed me if I would have birthed them at home. Exactly shows the importance of it. All right, Steve, you can keep going.
I kind of looked it up when you were doing all that. Yes, of course, there are emergencies when something goes wrong. That's why there's C-sections. A normal pregnancy is not a C-section, first of all. That is an emergency procedure, okay? But there is countless and countless of times when women...
There's countless circumstances where people can get... I'm sorry. You're misunderstanding the point, though, Steve. The point is that you don't know when a situation like that will happen if you are doing it at home.
Right, but why are so many women
maternal mortality rate?
Home, then?
What?
Why do so many women choose to have their babies at home? Look it up.
I mean, why do so many people choose to do things that are more risky? People choose to drink raw milk.
Right, but what I'm saying, the point is you said that it's emergency procedure. It literally, look it up. It's a normal.
Do you think a majority of people give birth at home?
Look it up. If you look up,
do you think a majority of people give birth at home, sir?
You won't look it up.
Do you think a majority of people give birth at home?
No.
Okay. So explain to me why you think that that's the best way to do it.
I didn't say that was the best way. I just
said you're saying it's not an emergency.
I said it's not. Can
you define what an emergency is? What's an emergency?
When the baby is in distress and they need to get the baby out, or the mother is in distress.
You mean birth?
Oh my God! See, that's how stupid
birth?
you are. No,
you don't think the pregnant individual is in distress during birth?
No, no, it's not. That's what you're not understanding.
Steve, you are the dumbest man I've ever talked to in my life. You literally have a dick for brains, dude. Like, actually, like, literally a dick for brains. It's unbelievable. Are you serious, dude? You don't think giving birth is distressful? How are you gonna say that after you have literally had multiple kids and your wife gave birth all of those times? How the could you say that after that? Like that's actually embarrassing. That is embarrassing. You are straight up a chud, bro.
You don't look it up. You look stupid,
dude. You're ridiculous.
Look! Your own chat is saying it. Look it up.
Look up what? That it's an emergency. That yes, pregnancy, birth, or birth specifically is an emergency. That's why we go to the hospital.
If a normal delivery
Will you
is
shut up?
Emergency.
No, I won't, because what you're doing is ridiculous.
Look it up. Look up that question. Is a normal delivery considered an emergency? Look it up, and I'll shut up.
It depends on how you define emergency.
Oh my God.
How do you define emergency?
You're the one that's hell bent on emergency. Go ahead, define it, buddy.
Here, do you want me to look up emergency definition?
No, just look up what I told you. Why can't you look? He looked it up and he
Emergency
said no.
definition.
He looked it up and he said no.
A serious, unexpected, and often dangerous situation requiring immediate attention.
Thank you. Thank you.
That would include birth.
That means if the baby's in
A serious,
no.
unexpected, and often dangerous situation
Unexpected.
requiring immediate
what are you
action.
talking about? There's a due date. What do you mean unexpected?
Wait, you understand?
What are you talking about?
Due dates aren't always the specific date.
Oh my God, dude, you're an idiot. You look stupid.
Like, let me give you an example. Like, I wasn't born on my due date. It requires immediate action. Yeah. I think it meets that standard of requiring immediate action and that it can be dangerous.
Were you not expected?
Wait, what? I think it's a... Wait, hold up. Will you agree that it's a serious situation and it's often dangerous, requiring immediate action?
Right. That means if the baby's
I think that's an emergency.
Well, dude, I don't care what you think. Look it up.
Like,
I know
for example, I don't think emergencies are necessarily unexpected.
What? Oh my God, dude, you're totally fucking just going.
Like, let me give you an example. If someone gets
I'm
hurt in like
right
an
now.
operation.
I'm reading it right now. I'm gonna read it for you. Okay, you ready?
Can I explain?
I know you looked it up too. You could Google it.
I'm reading the
bro.
definition from the internet. Yes.
No, not the definition. Read is a normal delivery of a baby considered an emergency.
This is actually, by the way, a better definition that clarifies it from, you can find it on dictionary.com. It just says a sudden, urgent, usually unexpected occurrence or situation, occasion requiring immediate action. So usually unexpected, not that it has to always be unexpected.
You're so ingenuous, bro. Disingenuous.
I'm so ingenuous. I'm so glad that you think I'm so ingenuous.
You looked it up and it said
thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I love that you admit that I'm so ingenuous. Thank you so much.
It literally said no, it's not considered an emergency and you can't be on it.
I'm so ingenuous. I'm so ingenuous, everybody. I love being ingenuous.
Now you're acting like a 3-year-old because
Parker ingenuous. Parker, get ingenuous.
You got dog walked.
On what point?
On that it's not an emergency.
Dude, based upon the definition that I just provided, a sudden, urgent, usually unexpected occurrence or occasion requiring immediate action includes that it would be.
Negative. Look it up. I know you looked it up.
Like think about it this way. Like, if you think
someone Admit to me, did you look it up or not? Admit it.
Like, for example, like when my mom explains to me the story of like when she knew that she was about to give birth and go to the hospital.
Did you?
You know, like when she was giving birth to me, right? That to me sounds like an emergency situation. You know, in my head, that to me sounds like an emergency situation. I don't think that's a complicated thing to understand. That I would think that a situation like that would be an emergency.
Is an abortion an emergency?
Is an abortion an emergency? Let's sudden, urgent, usually unexpected occurrence or occasion. I would say because it's intentional that lead to that. Maybe you could say no, but I guess you could say it can be. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because it could be something that is detrimental to someone's body. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And so actually, yes, I am going to say this and that's why we want it done in the hospital, right? And in safe conditions.
Actually,
for example, if you were to do it by yourself, like that absolutely would be an emergency.
So it's just like, buddy.
Yeah, I actually do think it is.
No, it's a medical office. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I would say, we'll say it can be. How about that?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Does that hurt your feelings?
If pigs could fly, buddy.
That's not what I was saying there.
Exactly
I don't think the notion of emergency that I'm using is crazy.
I love it. Your own chat saying, yeah, I looked it up. It says a normal delivery is not considered an emergency. So I'll just concede to that and we'll move on.
What, from AI? I think the definition we provided definitely says that it's an emergency.
If you can't admit it when you're reading it yourself, then let's just move on, buddy.
Yeah. So I think the colloquial usage of the term emergency, yes.
You're literally reading it yourself, buddy.
I think you're thinking of different notions of emergency. I think that the notion that we have in a colloquial usage is a different notion than they might use in like a medical situation.
Oh, so you are conceding a little bit. You just went off on a total tirade. Like, oh my God, look at you! I can't believe you're saying what you're saying. And now look at you. You see, Parker?
Yeah, like Steve, I don't think it's that complicated that what's considered an emergency will be different to someone in the hospital comparative to someone who is like a typical civilian. Like I think that the way that you'll view an emergency is different.
Okay. So if my wife or my daughter decide to have their baby at home because they feel more comfortable at home and it goes beautiful and it's a miracle and no problems whatsoever, is that an emergency?
That more time?
If my wife or my daughter decide to deliver their baby at home because that's what they choose and they're more comfortable with it, and it's something that they want to do and they
If
believe
it's
in,
something
and
you want to do, that's your choice. Is it
right,
still an
and it goes,
emergency? Yeah,
and it,
I would still categorize it as an emergency. Like if I'm in the life of someone, I would still say it's an emergency that like there's going to be a delivery process, that it's going to be something that needs immediate action, that's going to happen suddenly. Like I mean, I think that it typically meets my understanding of what I consider to be an emergency, and I don't know why you
I
would
think
put
we
so
gotta
much
change the
pushback
when
on
you
this
actually
colloquial and
when you
typical
actually
understanding of
view
the term emergency.
when you actually view your firstborn born, you might change.
Okay. But there are countless of parents in the comment section that think that I'm right in the way that I'm using the term.
Well, yeah,
So I
because
don't think that you saying
they're
that
your
if I
it's
had
your
kids,
cult.
I mean, I do have 10 children, so I mean, I don't know how you could say that, but
Now, again, if they had a
like,
C-section
did
or
you know that I have 10
was,
kids
if the
actually,
baby
Steve?
was in distress or the mother was in
Hey,
distress, yes,
Steve,
that becomes
Steve,
an
did you know that I
emergency.
have 10
I
kids?
mean, yeah, it's called your sack of balls.
What?
Yeah, in your sack, you got more than 10 kids.
Those aren't kids, those are sperm cells, genius.
Yeah, but they're future kids. They could
Do
be.
you think that that means that it's murder to jizz?
You ever heard of the term like, oh man,
Do you think
your,
it's
your
murder
mom
to nut? Do you
your
think do you,
mom
do you
should have
consider
your
nutting
mom should have
jizzicide?
swallowed? You never heard of that term?
Do you consider nutting jizzicide?
What?
Do you consider nutting jizzicide?
I don't even, just is not even a word, buddy.
It's yeah, I know it is. I made it.
No, I don't understand it.
You don't get it? You don't know what I'm referencing? Bro, come on.
I don't have the mentality of a 10-year-old.
Really? I mean,
Yeah.
because you brought this up in the first place. I'm just like
Well,
trying
yeah,
to make
you
fun
said
of
you
you
had
now and
10.
make you
Well,
feel
yeah, but
awkward.
you're talking
It's really
foolish shit that
fun
you're
making
saying you
you
have
feel
10
uncomfortable.
kids.
Like I have a
What
great
are your
time
10
making you feel
kids?
uncomfortable. It's really
You're
fun.
you're talking foolish nonsense that you have 10 kids, so I'm going just as
Yeah, I do. I
non-foolish
do have
as
10
you.
children. You know I do.
Okay.
I'm ingenuine and I have 10 kids.
Okay. Cool.
I'm ingenuine and I have 10 kids, everybody.
How are you gonna feel? How are you gonna feel when you lose the next presidency again? Hey, you'll have content
How are
though.
you gonna feel when we win?
You know what? You know what? I'll say congratulations, and I'll support whatever president it is because that's how I am. I'm
Wait,
not a
so you supported
Democrat.
Biden?
Yeah, when he was my president, yeah, hell yeah.
Wow, dude.
If he went to
Wow, dude,
war,
he supported Joe Biden.
if he would have gone to war, and I would have supported it.
Would you have gone on the front lines?
I actually did serve, but
Do you support the war with Iran?
yes, I do.
Do you think we should do boots on the ground?
If necessary, yes.
How is it necessary?
Well, if they don't give up the uranium and we got to go in there and dig it up ourselves, then yeah.
You know that we already had that under the JCPOA without having to do boots on the ground?
That's it. That's what, if you believe if what they're saying is true.
That's what the JCPOA indicated.
Yeah, so that's why Trump and Hexeth and Rubio sat in a room and say, you know what? Let's just go bomb the shit out of them just for no reason, right?
Yeah, I mean, can you name one political concession they've got from the war with Iran?
We don't need political concessions.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, no, we don't. We'll take them.
Steve, yes, you do.
Okay, why?
Because that would mean that you're able to actually address the objectives that you had.
Are they still building a nuclear weapon right now?
You can force political concessions. You know that, right?
Right, that's what I'm saying. We'll force it.
Yeah, but you haven't done that. Why hasn't that happened?
Give it time. Are we still there?
Actually, Trump's claiming that he wants to leave. He wants a 15-point
Right.
plan.
Of course he wants to leave. That's what the people you guys want to hear. Has he left?
Well, he can't get the negotiation done because he sucks ass at negotiating. He's weak and
Okay.
ineffective.
Weak and ineffective. I think if you ask anybody in the Iranian military, I don't think they would consider us weak and
Our
ineffective.
president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. So the only way he figures that he's going to get reelected, and as sure as you're sitting there, is to start a war with Iran.
Was that Obama?
Who got the negotiation done and who
that
went to
Obama?
war with Iran?
Who was that? Obama?
Yeah, Obama got the negotiation done and Trump went to war with Iran. Now listen to this clip back one more time.
Our president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. So the only way he figures that he's going to get reelected, and as sure as you're sitting there, is to start a war with Iran.
So it seems like he's saying that he himself is weak and ineffective.
What's the point?
And for the people saying AI in the comment section, this was posted in 2011, before AI, by Trump on social media himself.
Do you want me to play you clips of Hillary Clinton, Obama?
I don't want to hear a
Bill
pivot.
Clinton?
I don't want to hear a pivot.
That's the same thing. All of them saying the same thing, that they would attack Iran if they had to.
They did not say that they're going to war with Iran. And now, can you answer this
I
question?
will prove you wrong right now. You're saying that Hillary Clinton never said that she would attack Iran if she had to.
Like in a hypothetical where they said that they would attack Israel or something. I think that's the type of scenario
No, no,
you
no,
brought up.
no. If they did not give up their nuclear ambitions, that she would not stop at attacking Iran.
There's a difference between that and going to war, I would say.
Well, yeah, one is
Like,
talking
for
about
example,
it,
like
one's
I
doing
think
it.
there's a distinction between Midnight Hammer and
There's
between
one
going to
talking
war with
about it,
Iran.
one's doing it. Yes, you're right. You know what? I'll take the
No,
fucking
Midnight
president to
Hammer.
have the
Midnight
balls to
Hammer
do
was a
it, buddy.
strike on their nuclear enrichment facilities, and it's
Right.
not a prolonged war.
Okay. Again, dude, Iran's has those ambitions for the last 47 years, bro. How long do you want to let it go on for?
Yeah, and
Until they actually
Netanyahu's
get it.
claiming they're 2 weeks away for the past 3
Hey,
decades, dude.
would you have been happy if they finally did get a nuclear bomb and actually used it on somebody? Then what would you be saying?
I think that Obama prevented them from getting a nuclear weapon to a greater extent. The JCPOA would have prevented their enrichment of uranium to 3
Bro, you're so hung up on that, man.
Hey,
Jesus
Steve.
Christ.
Hey, Steve. Your listening ears on, Steve. So the JCPOA prevented their enrichment of uranium to 3.7%, below 3.7%, up until 2030, which we could then renegotiate that. So
Right.
that would still be in place to this day if Trump never pulled out of it.
If
You've
if
lost.
Iran-
This is a foreign policy blunder. You have no
If
clue what you're
Iran
talking about.
actually-
You are literally advocating for worse off
So you
conditions
trust Iran,
with
is what you're
our.
saying.
I think that they didn't even break
You
the
trust
agreement.
Iran,
Trump
is what
did.
you're saying.
I think that there needs to be an agreement to
Answer
be
the
able to
question.
prevent
Do you
this.
trust Iran?
Well, that's why there was surveillance over. No, that's why there's surveillance over their enrichment facilities. That's why the IAEA had that type of
Bro, they were
surveillance,
burying
and
it
that's why we
hundreds of
had them
feet
give up their
underground.
enriched uranium to.
So why were they burying it?
That's why we had them give up their enriched uranium to Russia.
Right. Why do you think they were burying it?
Why do I think what?
Why did they bury it?
Bury what?
Oh my god, bro. The uranium.
You mean give it to Russia?
No, dude. They literally had it in bunkers way underground. You don't do that unless you're trying to enrich it and not get caught.
Which were built up after the JCPOA was pulled out of by Trump.
Oh my god, no, dude. They built those bunkers really in the last year and a half?
Yeah, and if it was built prior, we had surveillance over them.
Oh my god, you're so stupid, dude. You're so naive. So you're telling me you rather believe Iran's crazy freaking ass government over our own government?
Our own government didn't contradict anything I just said.
No. I'm saying that you are saying that you believe everything.
You'd say U.S. intelligence, not the government, because I don't believe
okay,
Trump.
fine.
Yeah, hell yeah, I don't believe Trump.
Okay, U.S. intelligence.
Yeah,
you
US
believe
intelligence.
Iran. You believe Iran over our intelligence.
No, our U.S. intelligence doesn't contradict anything I just said.
Dude, what do you think? What do you think Trump goes off of?
Is his own whim?
No.
Based on what Netanyahu said?
That's the problem with you guys, dude. You actually think he's just sitting there in his office and saying, who am I going to bomb today?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well, see, that's how delusional and stupid.
I mean, he literally posted on Truth Social last night that
God,
Venezuela was going to be the
get off his
51st
Truth
state.
Social.
How do you feel
You
about
really
that,
need
Steve?
to get off his Truth Social,
Steve,
bro.
do you we need to get off it? He needs to get off Truth Social.
He loves
do you think he said I need to get off it instead of him need to get, you're delusional. So I'm asking you a question.
He loves
do
to
you
troll
do
you
you
guys.
support Venezuela being the 51st state?
No.
So how do you feel about him threatening that?
He also said that about Canada. He also said that about Greenland. He also said that about
which
Mexico.
destabilized our relationships with Canada and Europe.
Oh, please. And they're still our
I don't even know what you're supposed to mean there. They're not. Then why are they not listening to Trump?
what?
Why is Trump complaining about how they're not helping him?
Oh, really? The UN didn't just when was it last week? Completely unanimously decide to go and help in the strait.
Wait, who helped?
The UN.
That's not those European countries.
Oh, it's not. What countries are they?
How did the UN help? Tell me.
Dude, you haven't read about the whole UN.
How did the UN help?
They're sending ships. They're sending all sorts of shit over there. They're completely on board now. Look it
I
up.
don't see.
No, they're not in support now of the U.S.
Where do you see that the UN did that?
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't see it when I look it up. You can just tell me the title. All thanks to people in the meantime. Tania, thank you so much for the $5 for being ingenuous. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I really wouldn't be able to be ingenuous without you. Thank you very much. Michelle, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. True. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Rebel, thank you so much for the dollar as well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, it just depends. I think it's who it depends. I think who it depends on analyzing. I think from a typical civilian perspective, I think we would. Jody, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good W's for them in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. Yes, that is also very true. That is also very true. Katie as well, thank you for the $3.33. Thank you very much. Said I almost died giving birth. This guy's dumb. If he went into labor, trust me, it would be an emergency. Jimmy, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. We are talking about individuals that are going into labor immediately, not like an appointment for a due date. True, like a setup situation where they like have a day to do it. It would be sudden in that context. Holly, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. For pregnant people, don't wait in the waiting room when they arrive at the hospital. They're taken back right away, even if they are sent home later. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Get some W's for them in the comment section right now. As well as Heather, thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. For the medical emergency also has different criteria than emergency. Also true. Lindsay, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for EMT ALA covers active labor. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Michelle, thank you for the $2. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. That is true. That is very true. Theron, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you very much. Lexi, thank you for the $1. Behavior, thank you for the $10. Thank you very much. Jaden, thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Tanner, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. He's Sleepy Steve, actually. Sleepy Steve, I tell you that. Yen, thank you so much for the $4. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, just because humans can survive home births doesn't mean that hospital access isn't a right. True. Thank you so much. And Lexington, thank you so much for the $50. Thank you very much. I really appreciate for giving birth is considered a emergency medical condition under U.S. federal law, ensuring that any hospital with an emergency, considering any hospital with an emergency
room.
Sorry, I'm reading the whole thing. Emergency room must treat a woman in labor. Thank you so much, Lexington. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
That doesn't make it an emergency just because it.
What? Because it's federally determined to be an emergency.
It doesn't make. Yeah, that's why hospitals. Oh my God, forget it. I'm over that subject.
Okay. Well, let me thank some people. Feisty, thank you so much again for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you. If I missed your donation, I do apologize, everyone. There's one person I think I said in the comment section. I said I missed their donation. What was it on, Portland? I don't see any that I would. I'll try to look. I do apologize.
He needs your thank you. Just say thank you.
Venmo. Well, Portland, I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. I for some reason can't find it. Hey, can you shut the fuck up, Steve? Like genuinely, bro. Why are you so weird? Oh, Jesse, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'll try to look.
I want to thank you. Just thank you.
For some reason, I don't see it. But yeah, but thank you so much, Jesse. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty. Wait, I see it now. I said it's my birthday. Oh, I see that. Jesse, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I see it now. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, it was a bit back. It was from like an hour ago. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think maybe I might have said happy birthday to you, but I'm going to say happy birthday again. As well as Mr. Bowler, thank you for the $5. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, he's definitely being disingenuous, you know, and I'm very ingenuine, so he's being ridiculous. Diva, thank you for the $2 as well. Alrighty, man. Explain your position, Steve. I'm gonna get on to someone's new pretty soon, though.
You can go now if you want. You're not doing me any favors. If you want me to go, just tell me. I'll leave.
How about this? Can you name one thing that Donald Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting him?
Could he do one thing that you would support him?
No, I think he's already hit a disqualifier or a red line. But can you answer my question?
Ditto.
Can you name one thing that he's done
Ditto.
that would get you to stop supporting him?
Ditto.
So nothing.
Nothing.
Wow, you're a cult member, bro.
Yep.
Do you understand there's a difference between a red line, saying that, like, oh, I would never support someone given that they've already crossed my red line, but, like, you're saying you would never stop supporting him. That's crazy.
Well, no, the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't want to hear your 5-minute rhetoric on how he's a 34 count this and adjudicated this and.
Well, you just say that you would never stop supporting him. That means you're a cult member. I read you like a
book, buddy.
Steve, you have. I'm diagnosing you right now. You have something called TDS, Trump Devotion Syndrome. There is nothing Trump could do that would get you to stop supporting him. That is what Trump Devotion Syndrome.
Is there a cure?
Yeah, reason.
Yeah, it's called Vance Rubio.
Reason, logic, and facts. That's the cure.